2 months ago, I had my doubts whether we'd ever have an opening game for the NFL season, but the work stoppage is just a distant memory. And tonight at Lambeau Field, the last two Super Bowl champions, the Saints and Packers, meet up. Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Thursday video reports. I've got a $15 money-saving discount coupon code for you coming up in just a moment. Plus, I'm going to break down this Packers-Saints game from every single angle and give you my free selection in the contest and tell you what tonight's true best bet really is. Let's talk about a couple of hot handicappers, guys. Bob Valentino has made you a fortune over the past 4 months. He's looking to do it again tonight. 60-dime winner, number 18 out of 23, and 6 in a row. It's your Packers Saints side. Get it now from Bob Valentino. Bob Valentino, over the last 4 months, 537 dimes of net profit, which means a $10 bettor has won $5,372 simply by following his advice. Now, Bob is not an everyday handicapper. He only releases plays when he likes a game, and he's going big tonight. As I said, 60-dime winner, number 18 out of 23 and 6 in a row on your side. Anthony Red. I mean, talk about the money this guy has made you. $10 bettors following Anthony Red's advice over the past 10 weeks have won $7,042. Tonight, the fourth ever 40-dime NFL release of his career on the Green Bay, New Orleans side as well. Now listen, guys, defending Super Bowl champions have won 11 consecutive regular season openers, going 7-3-1 against the spread in that stretch. Packers have won and covered each of their last 4 can openers to kick off the season. And since the NFL started letting the defending champion host a Thursday night game back in 2004, well, the defending champions have gone a perfect 7-0. You want more numbers? Well, they're negative in terms of New Orleans. 3-6 against the spread their last 9 road games, and just 6-7 catching points, Sean Payton's crew, since 2007. But as I often have told you, you know, a lot of handicappers in this business simply are numbers crunchers. I mean, it's great. They get on their computer, they find the ATS trends, big deal. You know, you find me 3 ATS trends that support one side, I'll find you 17 that support the other. It really is that simple. I've been a professional handicapper for over 25 years. I've been gambling even longer than that. I've told you that before. But, you know, really, I base all my decisions when I handicap a game on what I learned as a sports reporter. Spent 8-9 years as a reporter in locker rooms, on the field, covering teams, coaches, players, etc. It all comes down to personnel matchups. And I have some valid concerns here that I want to discuss with you. First of all, the New Orleans pass rush. They're going to be minus defensive end Will Smith. This is a guy who has 55 sacks the last 7 years. He's suspended the first couple of games. The New Orleans kicking game. You know, their kicker, Garrett Hartley, went on the injured list here. He's out for a couple of months, so they were forced to go sign John Casey. John Casey's 41 years old. Didn't look too sharp in his one preseason outing. I've got to wonder what he's got left in that 41-year-old leg. For example, if Sean Payton is faced with a situation where he could go for a 42, maybe a 46-yard field goal, is there going to be any hesitation tonight by Payton? Is he instead going to let Drew Brees go for it on a 4th down situation instead of risking the long field goal attempt with Casey? The Saints are also going to be minus one of their top wide receivers, Lance Moore, 66 catches and 8 TD receptions a year ago. New Orleans has a restructured offensive line. Is it going to give Drew Brees adequate protection against Dom Capers, the Green Bay defensive coordinator's 3-4 scheme? Loves to bring the pressure, Capers does, with Clay Matthews coming from the middle. On the other side, of course, you got Greg Williams, the New Orleans defensive coordinator. He's another blitz-happy guy. Now, a lot of guys will say Packers have protection problems because, listen, in 3 preseason games and limited action, which accounted, if you put it all together, about 1 game's worth of action, Aaron Rodgers hit the deck 6 times during this preseason. And in all, the Green Bay offensive line gave up 16 sacks this preseason. But the number I tend to look at instead is the fact that last year, Aaron Rodgers winged that ball 475 times. He was only sacked 31 times. So, you know, I think he'll be able to get through this game. Plus, Green Bay also has Ryan Grant back. Remember last year, Grant got hurt in the season opener, and then Green Bay became a very one-dimensional team with Rodgers just throwing the ball constantly. Once they got James Starks, who came out of nowhere to give them some ground support late in the season, they started to become a more diversified offensive attack and even more deadly. Well, now Grant and Starks are going to share duty tonight. So, it sounds like I like the Packers, and yes, I do like the Packers, but that's not where I'm putting my money, guys. Historically, opening week of the NFL season, favorites historically have had the upper hand, dogs coming through in weeks 2 and 3. But as I told you repeatedly, and I told you all throughout July and August as well, the opening weeks, the opening couple weeks of a season, and I don't care what sport we're talking about, that's the time that we have the advantage over the odds makers, because generally the line makers know no more about a team and its personnel than you or I. And I think that plays even now. As I told you in July and August, it was especially going to be dominant this year in the preseason. I thought it gave us an extra advantage because there was no other information available about the teams, because there were no off-season workouts to report on, and everybody would be in the dark. And I went out and I showed you, and I went 7-3, hit 7 out of 10 in the NFL preseason. Do you have any idea how hard it is to win 7 out of 10, 70% in the NFL preseason when your picks are predicated on starters playing a series or two, coaches deciding to pull those starters on a whim based on second and third stringers, some of whom will not see any action this weekend, some of whom are not even on NFL rosters as of today? 7 out of 3 in the NFL preseason, including 6-3 with 15 dime best bet selections. And guys, I'm telling you tonight, the best bet in this game is not the side, it's the total. It's going to be another 15 dime play. These are the same 15 dime plays, guys, that in the NFL, 39, 23, and 2 with over the past 4 years after hitting 6 out of 9 this preseason. Same 15 dimers in the NBA the past 2 years. I'm 26, 11, and 2. Yes, I like the Packers, but look at this number. Packers, 4.5 points. I mean, that is a tough, tough number. They're trying to suck you into taking the Saints. Instead, I think the Packers are the way to go. But again, I'm not going to put my money on it. Marquee games are always the toughest ones to handicap. And is there a better, bigger marquee game than this one? Even this entire weekend, when you think the Steelers and the Ravens, and maybe the Chargers and the Vikings, the Cowboys and the Jets, this is the marquee game of all marquee games. Now, if you're going to play the Packers, as I always like to tell you, I like to buy down the half point, buy insurance when the line crosses 3, 4, 7, and sometimes 10. Buy up or buy down depending on whether I'm on the favorite or the underdog. And in this case, if you have the Packers at 4.5 or 4, I'm absolutely buying down the half point. Now, a lot of guys out there, it's a black and white issue. You either like and agree with what I said, or you absolutely think it's a horrible policy. Well, I don't give a damn, frankly. I'm just telling you what I know. In 25 years, buying up or down that half point, not every situation, but just certain games, has made me more money and saved me more money than anything else I've ever done. I'm putting the power of money to work, increasing the odds, shifting them to my advantage. So I like the Packers a little tonight, but I'm telling you again, guys, the best bet tonight is the total in this contest. That is the way to play this game, and that's why I'm unloading my opening total of the year. I've won 8 of the last 9 football seasons, 7-3 preseason, 6-3 with those 15 dime plays so far this summer, and of course 39-23 with them over the past 4 years. That's the way I'm going. Now, for your money saving discount coupon code, guys, use tonight Mystery 15. Mystery 15. MYSTERY and the number 15, no space between the word mystery and the number 15. Enter that when prompted in the shopping cart and you'll save $15 off. You don't have to use it to buy my plays. You can buy anybody's plays at the site. The choice is totally yours. $15 off money saving discount coupon. Again, it is Mystery 15. Guys, I hope it's one hell of a good NFL season for you. I hope you make a ton of money. I hope we make a ton of money together, and I'll catch you again on Friday with our next video report.